Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Shauna. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. Hope all is well today. I know we're in the middle of discussing religion and atheism, and we were actually supposed to be done with this series, but a few topics had came up in between that I was instructed to discuss. So today, the Most High told me to talk about home. He told me that making your home a space that is comfortable for your children to be comfortable. I think we have to start creating spaces for our children to just simply be themselves, not in a physical sense, but in the emotional sense. Like, the environment needs to allow them to be free. We discussed how a lot of things are going to be changing, especially with this Title 42 being lifted. So it's going to be a lot of people from different countries, different cultures coming over who have a stronger sense of spirituality, and they're going to attempt to manipulate and influence your children. So it will behoove you to start instilling certain things in them and to really start building a relationship with the Most High and covering them in prayer. I myself, we talked about this. I'm currently homeless, so I know that this message is not for me. I'm sorry for clowning so much, but I'm just being honest. I don't have a home per se, and I don't have children, to make comfortable in that space. So I know this is not for me, okay? I do know, however, that a lot of people don't really know how they're going to go about creating a space. So you just talk to your children and ask them what kind of things they would like to see happen in the home, and really, respect them, really allow them to create an ambiance with you that is fitting, for their growth and development. I enjoy and appreciate being able to do this podcast. I don't mind at all being a vessel for the Most High. It is my pleasure. So anytime I am doing this podcast, it's not my topic. It is not me. It is the Most High instructing me on what to discuss, okay? Also, he said game night. He said start doing a game night. He said start inviting your neighbors over to have game night with your neighbors. I don't know what kind of rapport you may have with them. I don't know if the children have a rapport and you don't, or vice versa. However it goes, but he is encouraging us to start building relationships that should have been built a long time ago. As humans, we have this thing with us. We are quite psychic, and we know more than we think we do. But when you tap in with God, there's no way you can be confused about anything, right? When it comes to you and your spirituality and just what it is that you should be doing. I know that a lot of people may not know how they're going to have the means to provide certain things for their children. He is asking that you come to him and ask. You don't have to steal. You don't have to sleep with anyone. You don't have to beg anyone. You don't have to borrow anything. Go to God and ask him to help you and provide. And he will. He loves us. And I have a lot of things that I need to work on. So it's not like I'm not Jesus. I'm not holier than thou. I'm not a pure vessel. maybe my heart is, open and receptive to whatever the Most High has for me, and especially in regards to helping others. Like, I'm down with that all day. But when it comes to the podcast, this is a conversation that I'm having with other people, right? And I know that the things I am guided to speak on are relevant to us all. Sometimes not even about me, so again, it's really important that we build those relationships with the people around us. We don't have to be the best of friends, but having a decent rapport, remaining cordial, respectful, and considerate is encouraged, and it's something that's necessary, for us to survive. I really do believe that we are capable of raising the vibration as a whole. But in order for that to happen, we have to be in tune with God, and we have to be operating, in a certain heart space, and not going against, the things that are designed to help us. So I think that is the key to all of this. I do want to, before we finish phasing out and wrap up this series about, atheism, there were a few people I wanted to try to get on to have a conversation from a different perspective. Like, I want to get a Jewish person, I want to get a Catholic person, a Muslim person, people that are well versed and not biased. So that's kind of what I was in the process of doing, trying to find people. Well, I'm not in the process. I guess I'm waiting. And the Most High is telling me what to do in the meantime. So, all of this, excuse me, that we're experiencing as a unit, as a group, is a shared experience. That's the literal term in sociology, where people who grew up in the same environment have the same experience. Look it up. We all have many shared experiences, and I don't think we realize how much we have in common as a whole, right? So I just really wanted to be able to make sure that nothing that I'm saying or doing is being misconstrued or misinterpreted. I have the best of intentions, and I am making it my business to build with the Most High. Anyone who has a relationship with the Most High knows that being of service is it. That's it. Okay, being of service. And that's just that. Everything is about helping. It's about relationships. It's about give and take, balance. Being able to put yourself in a position to give and receive. That is balance. That is give and take. Opening yourself up to instructions from the Most High doesn't mean you're being churchy or religious. Maybe spiritual, maybe conscious, maybe wise. Not so much religious, right? So I think once we start learning more about ourselves and our own personal journey, it'll give us a better sense on how to relate to others and how to effectively and correctly interact with other people. I appreciate being able to use my spiritual gifts to help others. I mean, I don't really think it was given to me for myself, right? So I think when you pray and you build yourself up, and when I say build yourself up, I am talking about putting yourself in a position to do what you are supposed to do, everything runs a little smoother, right? So before I leave and I end this podcast, I just want to pose this question, and I don't want I'm just gonna pose a question, right? And I want everyone who's listening to actually think about this from multiple perspectives. Am I doing the right thing by God? Yeah, we're gonna slip up. Yeah, we're gonna make mistakes. Yeah, we're gonna do things that is actually going against, what it is that we probably should be doing. In whole, right? In full. Are we doing right by the Most High? And then layer that. Are we doing right by ourselves? Okay? I really think you should answer that question after you do a full assessment of the things that make you happy, the things that make you sad. I mean, really, check in with yourself. What are the things that motivate you? What are the things that rub your spirit wrong? And all of those things are telling signs of who you are in so many different pieces, right? So I think that is the main key. Being self-aware. You have to be so tapped in to the Creator in yourself in order to make certain decisions, or else there'll be bad decisions that no one is benefiting from, not even you, right? I appreciate being able to do this. It's humbling because I get a lot of messages and downloads that I don't talk about. I know that the Most High gives me the instructions He gives me because everything has a particular time and purpose. And I know that right now, the things He's having me discuss are relevant to whoever is listening. And I know He has me discussing them in a particular order because He is a God of order. Thank you for anyone who's been, just tuning in, adding, your energy to the podcast, increasing the amount of views. Those things help. I have to try to find a way to stay motivated. I too get weary. I get weak. And I get confused and scared sometimes. Not scared, but more so just like, okay. Being in the position of not knowing what to expect. Expecting good, but just not knowing what that good really entails, okay? So I'm going to leave here. I hope you guys are really, really enjoying your day and staying in some good air quality, burning your essential oils or your air humidifiers, and really just praying over your households and your family. I love y'all. I hope y'all drink y'all water, eat y'all fruit and y'all vegetables, and mind y'all business. And that's just that. It's sippy on tea. Because now we really need some tea. Because it's free. Alright, I love y'all. Peace.